Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something pretty significant happening with UK immigration.
That's right. We're looking at the pathway to British citizenship.
Yeah.
Specifically, how long it's taking now.
Yeah, seems there's been a real shift. We've got some info here detailing, well, new policies, some admin issues too.
Exactly. And our mission really is to unpack what these changes actually mean for people trying to become citizens.
Okay, let's jump in. The big headline seems to be longer waits, right? A much longer wait.
That's the crux of it, yeah.
Yeah.
The main policy shift is this extension. It's now a 15-year wait before you can even apply for citizenship.
15 years. How does that break down?
Well, it's sort of two stages now. First, you need 10 years of lawful residence just to qualify for indefinite leave to remain, or ILR.
Okay, so 10 years for permanent residency status.
Right. And then you have to hold that ILR status for another 5 years before you can submit your citizenship application.
So 10 plus 5, 15. Wow. That feels like a huge change from how it used to be.
Oh, absolutely. Previously, it was, well, much faster.
Yeah.
You generally needed 5 years of residence to get ILR.
Uh-huh.
And then you only had to hold ILR for 1 year before applying for citizenship.
So 5 years total residence, 1 year with ILR, maybe 6 years overall in many cases, compared to 15 now.
Exactly. So it's potentially triple the time frame for many people. It's a massive increase.
Right. And what's the government saying? What's the stated rationale behind making it so much longer?
The official line seems to be about ensuring people are net economic contributors.
That's contributors.
Yeah. The idea is this longer 15-year period gives them more time to assess someone's economic contribution and sort of commitment to the UK before granting permanent settlement and then citizenship.
Okay, I see the logic they're presenting. But policy is one thing. We're also hearing about administrative problems, backlogs.
Yes, that's the other layer, making things difficult. Even after you've done the 15 years, the process of actually getting the application approved isn't always quick.
So the wait continues even after the wait.
Pretty much. The Home Office has a target. They aim to process applications within 6 months.
Which sounds reasonable enough on paper.
It does, but the reality, according to our sources, is that many applicants are waiting much, much longer than that 6-month target.
Okay. And why is that happening? Is it just more people applying?
That seems to be part of it, yes. Increased application volumes definitely play a role,
Uh-huh.
but it also seems linked to, well, more rigorous checks, more verification procedures being carried out, likely tied back to that economic contribution angle and other eligibility rules.
So more checks means slower processing on top of the already much longer qualifying period.
Precisely. The two things are compounding each other.
So let's think about the impact. For someone, living here, working, maybe they thought they were getting close under the old rules. What does this mean for them now?
It's huge. It really is. For anyone who is on track or nearing eligibility, the goalposts have moved significantly further away.
Must be incredibly frustrating.
Absolutely. It creates this extended period of uncertainty. It affects your ability to plan long-term, your feeling of security.
Yeah.
And there are still differences in rights between ILR and full citizenship, so it delays access to those too. You can just imagine the stress for individuals and families caught in this.
I bet there are some strong opinions flying around about this. You mentioned ongoing debates.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
There are critics who argue it's fundamentally unfair.
Yeah.
People have built lives here, contributed for years.
And now face potentially another decade or more before becoming citizens.
Exactly. And some worry it discourages integration, makes people feel less welcome or settled.
But there's another side to it, too.
Yes. Supporters of the change argue it's necessary. They stress the need to ensure that citizenship is granted only to those with a proven, sustained, positive impact, particularly economically.
Right, the net contributor argument again.
Mm-hmm.
So given all this, the longer waits, the potential delays, what advice would you give someone listening who's maybe navigating this or thinking about it?
Well, the absolute key is to stay informed. Policies can change, so keep up to date with the Home Office guidance.
Okay.
And be prepared mentally and practically for a long process. Keep really good records, proof of residency, employment, contributions, everything.
Good records are vital. Maybe seek advice, too.
Yes. Definitely consider getting advice from reputable immigration advisors or lawyers as things develop. It's complex territory.
Okay, so summing up, the time it takes to become a British citizen has significantly increased. We're talking a new 15-year minimum period.
10 years for ILR, then 5 more.
Compounded by administrative delays that often push the final decision well beyond the target processing times.
That's the picture, yeah. A much longer journey for many.
It really is. Which leaves us with a final thought for you to consider. As this path to citizenship gets longer and the focus sharpens on economic factors, how might that change the way people view settling in the UK? Does it alter their plans, their sense of belonging? And what are the broader knock on effects for society beyond just the economics? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.